The senators did sit in the morning where they debated the Independent Election Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 49 of 2022. And therefore this afternoon, that bill moves to the Committee of the Whole House, where the senators will be considering some proposed amendments to this bill, one by the Senator Wakili Hilary Kiprotich-Sigei, and the other is by the Senator Catherine Muyeka Muma. These amendments will be considered by the senators in the Committee of the Whole House. The principal object of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill of 2022 is to amend the first schedule to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission number 9 of 2011 to change the composition of the selection panel that oversees the filling of vacant positions in the commission. The proposal seeks to reduce the current allocation of the Parliamentary Service Commission, which nominates 4 out of the 7 members of the panel. The proposal will allow the Political Parties Liaison Committee, established under Section 38 of the Political Parties Act number 11 of 2011, and the Public Service Commission to each nominate 1 member to the panel. The bill neither delegates legislative powers nor does it contain provisions limiting fundamental rights and freedoms. The senators will be debating this bill in the Committee of the Whole House this afternoon when it convenes for the special sitting, which was guided by the Speaker of the Senate. The notice is given that Senator Wakili Hilary Kiprotich-Sigei, the chairperson of the Standing Committee on Justice, Legal Affairs and Human Rights, intends to move the following amendments to the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill 2022, National Assembly Bills number 49 of 2022 at the committee stage. That the bill be amended by deleting clause 2 and substituting, therefore, the following new clause. The first schedule to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Act of 2011 is amended in paragraph 1. If you're just joining us, this is the special sitting of the Senate, which is about to begin. My name is Edward Kabasa. This broadcast has been made possible by the Parliamentary Broadcasting Unit in conjunction with the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. I will now hand you over for this live broadcast.
Let us pray. Almighty God, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor and blessings us, your servants whom you have been pleased to call to leadership positions in this republic. We seek guidance to treat and consider all matters that shall come under deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interests you have committed to our charge. Amen. Clerk, do we have quorum? Okay, let's proceed with the order of the day. First order.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair. Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers. Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, statements. Order number 8, Committee of the Whole, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 49 of 2022. Okay.
Honorable Senators, we are in the Committee of the Whole to discuss the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly, number 49 of 2022. I will ask the clerk to read the amendments of the JLAC Committee and the other amendment. Clause 2. I propose the question that Clause 2 be part of the bill. Amendment to be moved by the chairperson to the Standing Committee on Justice, Legal Affairs and Human Rights. I propose the question that Clause 2. Oh, can we have the chairperson move? Chair Jailak, could you please proceed?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise as the chairman of JLAC, and Mr. Speaker, earlier on in the morning we had our report placed before the House, and upon consultation with the members of the committee, I would like to withdraw the proposed amendments from the floor of the House. I thank you.
Thank you, Senator. The amendment having been withdrawn, we move to the other amendment by Senator Catherine Muma, MP. Therefore, I propose the question. Oh, sorry. Can we have Senator Muma move her amendments?
Mr. Chair, thank you, Mr. Chair, for giving me this, Honorable Chair, for giving me this opportunity. I beg to move the amendment as stipulated in the order paper. Mr. Chair, can I proceed?
Yes, please, Senator, proceed.
Mr. Chair, I'll briefly explain my amendment. Honorable members, my amendment actually takes into account the conversations we had this morning, and it provides for reverts to two members to the parliamentary service, to be nominated by the Parliamentary Service Commission, two to be nominated by the Interreligious Council of Kenya, two to be nominated by political parties represented in the Political Parties Liaison Committee, and one person to be nominated by the LSK. Mr. Speaker, this will accommodate the fears of those who had around the representation of religious bodies. It will also allay the fears around representation of nominees from the Parliamentary Service Commission. I beg to move the amendment.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. I propose the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed. Senator Osotsi. Oh, sorry. Let Senator Muma.
My apologies, Mr.
propose.
Chair.
Yeah.
I propose Senator Manzo to second.
There is no seconding in the committee, so yeah, so it's okay. We have a point of order? Senator Osatsi? Do you have a point of order? Oh, wait. There's a point of order. Who's? No, sir. I can speak now. Okay. Okay, you can speak.
Mr. Chair, I stand to support the amendment by Senator Muma that is the best arrangement that is resulting from the discussions we had in the morning and the discussion that has been held within the committee of JLAC, and we'll be ready to go with those amendments because, as we said in the morning, this is a selection panel to select those who will go to IEBC. And therefore, political parties must be given a lot of space. The political parties are given space under Parliamentary Service Commission, where they will appoint 2 people, and then the PPLC will also bring 2 people. So in total, those will be 4 people. So I think if we agree on that, we'll be in a better position than what had been proposed from the National Assembly. And this side of the divide will be more than willing to support this position that has been brought by Senator Muma. So for those few remarks, I support the amendment.
Senator Manzo.
I rise to support the amendment, and the reasoning is that for you to have a balance, one man and one woman by Parliamentary Service Commission, and again one man and one woman nominated by majority and minority, totally for, meaning then public service is dropped, and there's justification to drop public service. Public service is the one which does the shortlistings, and therefore then if you continue to place it here, then it means it will play two roles. So for the purposes of balancing the political parties, because you cannot have, initially you had to have, one person nominated by Public Service Commission and one person nominated by political parties. There are two divides of the political parties, the majority and minority. So if you give majority and minority one slot only, then it means it can only fall into one side, and therefore that balances and justifies the action and it leaves the participation of political parties as a key player in these amendments. So I really support and believe the rest of the House will support this. Public Service Commission as its role in the Constitution, it has already participated by doing it will participate in one way or another by doing the shortlisting, and therefore is already catered for. I thank you, Mr. Chair.
Senator Edwin Sifuna.
I thank you, Mr. Chair, for the opportunity to speak to the amendment brought by Senator Muma. Mr. Chair, as I spoke in the morning, I had only two problems with the proposals as they were in the morning. That is clause 2B and C. Mr. Speaker, my position, or Mr. Chair, my position was that, in fact, the Public Service Commission, being a partisan organization, in the manner in which it is constituted, would represent an imbalance in terms of the public perception as to the fairness of this particular panel. Mr. Chair, politics, as we all understand, is all about perception. We must start this particular journey towards an IEBC that will be responsible for 2027 with the full confidence of all the political players, all sectors of the society, and I believe that this particular amendment brought in by Senator Muma is going to achieve just that. It does not only, not only does it achieve that perception of fairness in terms of the political balance of the people that are being, or the organizations that are being represented on that particular panel, but also in terms of gender, because for the first time it is making it clear that even the PSC slots being two, one man, one woman, and from the PPLC, one man and one woman, and representatives of the minority and majority parties. I am also happy that she has seen it fit to retain the position of the Law Society of Kenya for reasons that we advanced here in the morning, and the one man and one woman as well, nominated by the Interreligious Council of Kenya. So with those few remarks, I stand to support the amendment as proposed by Senator Muma.
Thank you. Senator William Kipkemoi Kisang.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Chair. I had said in the morning that the role of Public Service Commission is very important because they come in with expertise in HR. And if we drop the nominee from Public Service Commission, I don't know where we'll get the wisdom, because these are the experts in the country in terms of human resource management. So I wish the proposer of the amendments would have dropped LSK and retained the one for Public Service Commission. Because of that, I oppose.
Thank you. Senator Kathuri Murungi.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, you know I contributed in the morning, and I did requested members to work together on this matter. You know, public service is an integral part of our society, and it carries a lot of people who are voiceless, who have nowhere to go in the political parties. and removing Public Service Commission from this panel, then that is, I think, I don't think it is the right thing to do. So I oppose that amendment.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Aaron Cheriot.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I will struggle to be convinced by this argument being pushed by our colleague, Senator Catherine Muma. See, Public Service Commission is one of the Chapter 15 commissions, an independent commission. Chairperson, Vice Chair, and 7 members who are appointed and approved by the National Assembly. Surely, how can you refer to such an institution that has gone through all those checks as a partisan constitutional commission? To deny them an opportunity in a selection panel and give it to somebody called political parties liaison. I don't know even who is the chair, who is the secretary general. In fact, I was struggling to be convinced by members of the National Assembly how they allowed them first in the first place. Because I don't know. It's a body made up of many political parties. Yet, you know, in this house, we hardly know more than 4 or 5 political parties. But if you go to that thing, you'll be told there are like 120 political parties in Kenya. Many of them just briefcase carriers who are idle. In fact, it is almost akin to that one of Jivanji Gardens, that one of Bunge la Mwananchi. You are now to tell me we give more slots to those people of a Public Service Commission. Seriously? That one I am not convinced, Mr. Speaker. I strongly feel, Mr. Speaker.
What is your point of order, Senator Osotsi?
Mr. Speaker, I think my good friend, Majority Leader, is misleading this House to claim that PPLC is an amorphous organization, when he is well aware that PPLC is a recognized body in the Political Parties Act. And I personally served as a member of PPLC before. He's not as amorphous as he's claiming. So is this Majority Leader in order to mislead this House that PPLC is like Bunge la Mwananchi, when we know PPLC has even been involved in the electioneering process? A lot of discussion around IEBC involved PPLC. So is he in order to claim that PPLC is Bunge la Mwananchi?
You know, Mr. Speaker, when it comes to matters political party, I cannot debate my good friend, Senator Osotsi, because he knows how to survive in political parties. This is a man who survived the last 5 years in Parliament, having fallen out with his party leader, but somehow he survived. So I know he knows a lot about intrigues of political parties. But this is my argument, my good friend, that when you compare Public Service Commission, a body corporate established by constitution, not by statute, by constitution, that nominates its members, have those members approved by the National Assembly, where you have both majority and minority side, and compare it with PPLC, I think we are being misled here, Mr. Speaker.
What is your point of honor, Senator Sifuna?
Mr. Chair, is the Majority Leader in order to mislead the House as to how people are appointed and who appoints members of the Public Service Commission? The law is clear that the appointing authority is the President. So please don't make it don't try to hide. In fact, when he was speaking about the appointment, he skipped and went straight to the National Assembly. The names originate from the President. That is what the law says.
Are you forgetting, my good friend, that the President of the Republic of Kenya, 1, is a symbol of national unity. Number 2, it is the highest office in the land. 3rd and final, we are a constitutional democracy that observes the presidential system. Therefore, the fact that a president nominates, at least you should be satisfied that there are checks, in the sense that members of your party who sit in the National Assembly get to vet those people. If they find the people that the president, for example, has nominated do not fit the bill as required to serve. And you know, even if you read our constitution, the definition of who can serve in Public Service Commission is laid out. People like you and I who have been in politics the last 5 years cannot qualify to serve in that body. So it's a body that has serious checks before. It's not that the president can just wake up and nominate every Tom, Dick, and Harry. There are procedures laid down by Constitution about how one gets to be nominated as a member of Public Service Commission. And therefore I said, I struggle to understand how as a house we can say that we take that slot that was meant for Public Service Commission and give it to PPLC. I was satisfied, and I said in the morning, the same way I was opposed to us, and that's why perhaps my good friend Senator Sigei has agreed with many who said in the morning that we cannot legislate ourselves out of work. Senator Umtata has already reduced us as parliament from 4 slots to 2. Now ourselves as members of parliament, we want to reduce ourselves again from 2 to 1. And that's why I rose and said, I struggle to understand how we can do that. And I'm glad that the Chair of Justice and Legal Affairs has withdrawn his amendment. Therefore, we are back to default mode, where you'll have 2 slots to Interreligious Council, very important. I explained in the morning that there is need for us to have good justification, because we know this is a multi-religious society. Okay.
What is your point of order, Senator Manzo?
Yes, sir. Is it in order for leader of majority to insinuate or mention Senator Mutata when, first of all, he's not here to defend himself? And is he stating correctly that he's the one who reduced this house from...
Senator, that is not a point of order. Omtata is a member of this house, and he had a case in court, which he was referring to. So I guide you that it's not a point of order. Thank you.
I accept your guidance.
Please guide my friend Senator Manzo not to be frivolous with his points of orders. I thought maybe there's something legal that perhaps you want to raise. But we had explained in the morning how we found ourselves in this situation and who took this matter to court. Therefore, I was arguing that now, with the withdrawal of the amendment by Senator Sigei, I want to convince the House, including my good friend Senator Catherine Muma, that we are back to square one, where the bill is as is, or were brought before this particular House, where 2 slots have been given to Interreligious Council, and I don't think there is anybody. There were people in the morning who are saying, reduce Interreligious Council to 1, but many people argued and said, what about those that are of a different religious persuasion? And I think 2 is a good slot. We say the same.
There's a point of order. What's your point of order, Catherine Muma? Senator.
Chair, my point of order is to challenge majority's assertion that we fall on default mechanism since the chair of JLAC has withdrawn the amendment. Mr. Chair, the order paper had the JLAC amendment, and it had my amendment to it, an issue I spoke to in the morning. I would like to confirm that the chair of JLAC has not represents the committee, and he has not met with the committee to withdraw. So when he withdrew, you cannot say the default therefore is the other. What is left there, because this conversation was had in committee, is my proposal, my proposed amendment. So is it fair for the majority to assume that the amendment I've proposed is not anything to look at, and the default is therefore what came from National Assembly?
If Senator Catherine Muma had maybe listened to me, it's not my decision as to what will be the eventual arrangement of the order paper or what will be the default motion. That's a decision for the entire House to agree on. I am pushing an argument and a persuasion to members of the House, saying that in my thinking, in my opinion, now that JLAC has withdrawn, and you know you have an amendment of which I am not comfortable with, and perhaps many others don't agree with it, then I'm trying to persuade the entire House, because we'll vote as a House, that then let us revert back to what had been proposed from the National Assembly, where we had 2, and I've explained the importance of having 2 from Interreligious Council. I have explained the importance for having 2 from Parliamentary Service Commission, LSK, PPLC have 1, and the last slot, the 7th one, which is the 7th slot, I think 2 interreligious two PPL, one to actually PPLC, this one that we want to add it into one. I want to humbly request our colleagues that since people are persuaded by different things, some feel strongly about Public Service Commission, some feel strongly about, there's unanimity at least on Parliamentary Service Commission, having two. Let us then just drop the amendments that are being proposed and we go back to these other two. In any case, it's a selection panel, for heaven's sake. And it's been specified about how we are going to agree and work upon. So that's my proposal, and I wish to request the House that if you can agree with us, we conclude on this business. We are still supposed to be on recess. We go back to recess and carry on with our duties. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Chair, sorry.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Mofire.
Thank you. I really want to oppose the amendment by my good friend Rikabe. You know, Public Service Commission encompasses and brings on board quite a number of sectors in this society. As a House, it would be very unfair for us to deny the Public Service Commission a chance maybe to have a commissioner, because it's somebody that brings on board quite a number of prayers. So it's important that Madam Senator Kathy gets to know that this is a serious body that we cannot just avoid as a House. So in this respect, I honorably beg to oppose the amendment.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Mohamed Faki.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kunipa fursa, mwenyekiti, kwa kunipa fursa hii kuchangia mapendekezo ya mabadiliko ya Seneta Muma. Mheshimiwa Spika, mapendekezo ya Seneta Muma yanatilia maanani sehemu zote ambazo ni muhimu katika mchakato huu wa kuchagua makamishna wapya ambao watahudumia jopo la IEBC. Mheshimiwa Spika, tukiangalia amependekeza apatikane mke na mume katika masuala ya uwakilishaji, mwanamke na mwanamume pia katika watu ambao watachaguliwa na Parliamentary Service Commission, na vile vile wale ambao wamebakia katika mchakato huu. Mheshimiwa mwenyekiti, ni kwamba wote watawakilisha wale ambao wanahusika katika mambo hayo. Kwa hiyo Mheshimiwa Spika, naona mapendekezo yaliyopandishwa yameboresha.
Is there a point of order, Senator Veronica? Sorry, proceed, Senator.
Asante Senator Veronica, na karibu pia na haircut mpya mwaka huu. Kwa hiyo Mheshimiwa Spika na Mheshimiwa mwenyekiti, ni kuwa jopo ambalo limependekezwa ni jopo ambalo litaweza kufanya kazi hii kwa njia nzuri zaidi kuliko lile ambalo lilikuwa limependekezwa mwanzo katika mswada ambao ulipita katika bunge la kitaifa. Asante Mheshimiwa mwenyekiti kwa kunipa fursa hii.
Asante Senator. Senator Boni Khalwale.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would like to appeal to Senator Muma to think hard and long about amendment. The strength of this House, the strength of the National Assembly is based on the committee system. You are a member of JLAC. JLAC elected by popular vote, you are chair, and during the proceedings in the committee, you instructed the chair to make amendments, and the chair has folded and withdrawn. Under parliamentary practice, relying on the committee, the chair having folded, the committee has folded. At the moment, Mr. Speaker, there's no evidence before this House that Senator Muma, who, by the way, has every right to move this amendment, has denounced her membership of the committee. So that I appeal to you more, and because of you being a legal mind, my sister, I invite you to read Article 259 of the Constitution. I also invite Senator Osothi to read Article 259 of the Constitution on construing of this Constitution. You are both right when you say that PPLC is not the equivalent of Bunge la Mwananchi. And you find that truth in the Political Parties Act provision. But I beg you, under 259, the provision of the Constitution supersedes the provision of a statute. And you know. Therefore, so that we don't raise issues on matters which ordinarily should bring the country together, we have had our say. The National Assembly has had its say, they have voted. It'd be nice for this country, given the prevailing political pronouncements surrounding elections in the country, if the country could see that the Senate and the National Assembly are in agreement. It is so critical, you'll be amazed, the pronouncements we are making here, when you follow discussions on the new era of social media, you realize how seriously members of the public take what we are doing. I want to appeal, Senator Muma, please step down your amendment. You'll be judged by how you help the committee to succeed and how you help this Senate to succeed. Mr. Speaker, and Mr. Chairman, sir, I oppose the amendment.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Danson Mungatana.
Mr. Chairman, thank you for giving me the opportunity to also say something about this proposed amendment. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, I almost always agree with my colleague, Senator Muma, because she's a brilliant mind. But I also wanted to invite her to rethink dropping Public Service Commission from in her proposed amendment, because we in the political class, we almost always interact at the very top when we are brought in by the electorate. But a lot of these people who have stayed in the public service, they have come up the ranks. They go for training, they have degrees, they have experience, and most important, they have institutional memory. This committee, the selection panel, most likely will nominate someone who probably participated in other selection panels for any other constitutional bodies. So I see that the person who would come there from the Public Service Commission would be bringing institutional memory on what he or she did in another panel, maybe a similar panel, in selecting some constitutional body. And I was going to urge my colleague to rethink about dropping these people. Most of us who have been in government and served in government as ministers, we know what capacities our public service has. And I'm asking my learned friend, Catherine, if she can rethink that. And it's not about winning or losing. At the Senate, we almost always try to reach decisions on consensus. So I'm asking my learned friend if she can rethink that so that we allow the Public Service Commission to participate. Nominate someone who is knowledgeable, someone who knows, someone with experience, someone with institutional memory to be part and parcel of this election so that we get the good people to serve as commissioners. I regrettably have to oppose your amendment. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator. Senator John Kinyo.
Asanti Bwana Mwenyekiti kwa kunipa fursa hii. Nikiangalia marekebisho yaliyoletwa na Senator Muma, kwangu kidogo ninapatwa na mukshi yeye kusema ya kwamba katika jopo la uteuzi angependa kuondoa mwakilishi wa tume ya utumishi wa umma. Bwana Mwenyekiti, ningelimuomba tu na kwa unyenyekevu aweze kuondoa haya marekebisho, kwa sababu mwakilishi wa tume ya umma ni muhimu zaidi wakati hii tume inapofanya kazi yake, Bwana Spika, Bwana Mwenyekiti, kwa sababu vile ambavyo mwenyekiti wa kamati waliokuwa wakifanya kazi wakiwa pamoja, seneta wakili ameweza kuondoa marekebisho yaliyoleta, hivi ambavyo ilivyo bila marekebisho, Bwana Spika, vile ilivyotoka katika jumba la bunge la kitaifa, hivyo ndio inafaa zaidi, Bwana Spika. Kwa hivyo ningelimuomba Seneta Muma aangalie na aweze kuondoa hawa marekebisho, ndio tuweze kupiga kura bila ya kujaribu kuondoa mwakilishi huyu wa kamati ya utumishi wa umma, Bwana Spika, kwa sababu hiyo inafaa zaidi tuwe na mwakilishi pale, kwa sababu nimemsikia seneta wa Nairobi akisema ya kwamba siasa ni mtazamo, na ikiwa mtazamo ndio siasa ni mtazamo, itaonekanaje waakilishi wa tume ya umma hawana mwakilishi wowote? Hata pale kutakuwa na mukshi, itaonekana kana kwamba hata sisi hatuwatambui wafanyikazi wa umma. Kwa hivyo yeye mwenyewe ndio alisema ni mtazamo wa kisiasa, na vile vile wale wafanyikazi wa umma ni wa Kenya na wanapaswa kuwa na usemi wakati ile tume inapotengenezwa. Asante Bwana Mwenyekiti.
Asante sana Senator. Senator James Kamau.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. And Mr. Speaker, I'm here to oppose the amendment by Senator Muma. Mr. Speaker, this is a public service commission against a liaison of political parties. And as the name goes, this is public service commission. And it's either we choose what represent the public or we choose what represent political parties. I, as Senator Morango, I oppose the motion and I'll go with the public for the representation of Public Service Commission. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Jackson Mandango.
I want to rise to oppose the amendments, Mr. Speaker, because Public Service Commission, by its stature, represents a very large population of this nation, Mr. Speaker. If you look at the entire public service, which is close to over 1 million public servants represented by the Commission, we are therefore, as politicians and as a House, Mr. Speaker, also carrying the aspirations of the public service who are the consumers of the policies and the laws that are passed in this House, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it will look like Parliament is disregarding the public service in the decision, yet we expect them to implement what this House decides, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I therefore think that Public Service Commission should actually sit. They should have a nominee that sits in that panel. In any case, this House and the National Assembly still has a chance, Mr. Speaker, when the names will be forwarded to this House for us to be able to pass. So the question of selection, I think it will be fair if we also give them a chance to participate. Number two, Mr. Speaker, if you look at political parties, the Parliamentary Service Commission, we as politicians or the House, I believe, have been adequately represented by those who are already sitting in that panel. Why should we feel so jittery in having other Kenyans participate in a process that will not be consumed by Parliament only, but will be consumed by the rest of the country? If it were even possible to expand this committee, Mr. Speaker, to even include persons with disability, to even include the youth, to even expand the religious representation, Mr. Speaker, because the religions we have in this country are not only the Muslims and the Christians. We have Hindus, we have Buddhists, we have traditionalists, and Mr. Speaker, you recognize that every time Parliament is being opened, we have a traditional prayer. Where are their views going to be heard? When are they going to sit in committees, Mr. Speaker? I therefore oppose the amendments, and second, that Public Service Commission must have a nominee in that panel so that civil servants at least who represent millions of families, will also be represented in that panel, Mr. Speaker. I therefore oppose the amendments, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Esther Anyeni.
Thank you, Chair. I also want to rise to oppose the amendments by my dear Senator Catherine Muma. The Public Service Commission is a principal employer of government. You simply cannot do without this principal employer of government who actually assesses the competencies of the people who are going to be selected and assume that you're leaving them out. If we argue from that angle, then we might as well question the inclusion of LSK, which is providing legal expertise, just as the Public Service Commission is providing HR expertise. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Oburu Odinga.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I rise to support the amendment by by Senator Muma. Mr. Chairman, I do so because the inclusion of a Public Service Commission is actually inclusion of the President, who is a player in the elections, in the nomination of the Select Committee. Mr. Chairman, as you know, the Public Service Commission is the instrument which the President uses to nominate or to appoint people to public service.
Senator Oburu.
Yeah.
Would you like to be informed? Would you like to be informed by Senator Murungi, Kathuri Murungi?
No, I don't need information because I have enough. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, I'm speaking from point of knowledge that the President actually uses the Public Service Commission as the instrument for appointing people to the public service. And therefore, when you include that one, and he's also a politician, and you also give him a hand in the nomination in the political party's liaison committee, and you also give him only one chance in the Parliamentary Service Commission, because if you don't include two, if there are not two, then there's going to be only one, which is also likely to go to the majority. Mr. Chairman, we are giving the President, who is a player in the elections, a hand in the nomination of the electoral commissioners. And there will be the same perception about the IEBC, and there will be demonstrations and demonstrations in this country. Mr. Chairman, I plead that we don't include the Public Service Commission in this nomination process. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator John Methu.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I rise to oppose the amendments proposed by Senator Catherine Muma. My colleagues, and I would want to join my colleagues who have spoken, and we do not want to belabor the importance and the role that will be played by the Public Service Commission. This morning we were being schooled by Commissioner Senator Mogeni on why he believes that we really require the Law Society of Kenya to have a nominee in the selection panel. And Senator Sifuna actually was boasting that he really put a lot of, he gave a lot of input when he was having in the committee that was investigating the impeachment matter last week. It is on the same strength and breadth, Mr. Chairman, that I would want to say that the Public Service Commission, if you read Article 234 of the Constitution of Kenya, I think that is where 232. I think that is where Senator from Meru wanted to inform our very respected Senator for Siaya that despite the fact that you mentioned that appointment will be done by the President, besides the appointment, there is a role that will be played by Parliament, especially the National Assembly, on approval. If anybody is seen not to be of conduct and standing that is of sufficient integrity, the check is the National Assembly. So I believe that the people that are serving in the Public Service Commission are competent enough. So Mr. Speaker, I oppose any proposal to have any of them or to have the slot that was meant for the Public Service Commission taken to any other side. In fact, Mr. Speaker, to even propose that we are taking it from the Public Service Commission and taking it to the Political Party Liaison Committee, it makes it even worse. It was a bad situation, and it is even being made worse. So I oppose the amendment.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Tom Ojienda.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to address the House on a different perspective. And this perspective that I borrow from will be the constitutional perspective as litigated in petition number 364 of 2020, Okia Omtate versus Attorney General and 5 others. I believe the committee has considered this particular petition and the reason why it was allowed. And Speaker, from where I stand, therefore, I will, of course in Parliament, I will disagree fundamentally on questions of law on the effect of the amendment. The amendment is attractive. It's attractive because if you remove a nominee from the Public Service Commission and take that position to another body, if you take it to the political liaison and add, appoint another member, as Senator Methu proposes, then you then weigh, you create weight in favor of politicians. And that was the essence of the petition. If you take the position to the Parliamentary Service Commission and have 2 representatives, then again the question is whether you are not weighing too heavy and then therefore giving politicians a majority in the 7 represented. So you'll have 4-3. Now the concern therefore is this, Mr. Speaker, sir, that the Public Service Commission is therefore seen to be a fair balance, or to create a fair balance in terms of representation in the committee. So that where you have a member of the Law Society, that's an independent member, you have a member, you have 2 members of the religious, appointed the interreligious faith, again, those are considered to be fair or balanced individuals. Now, the representative of the PSC is also seen as independent, though I hear Senator Oburu Odinga say that as an appointee of the president is likely to have a leaning to the president. However, I think more objectively, to meet the objectives, and I think this is the contribution that we should be having here, how do we meet the objectives of the outcome of Okia Omtata, Okoiti, and AG to ensure that whatever panel we have does not have politicians as a majority, and therefore that will bring a fair process. But Mr. Speaker, sir, remember as well that the appointment process, you look at subsection 2, that is not amended, will comply with the basic principles contained in the Constitution. And therefore, I think we're also running too ahead of ourselves by thinking of what kind of people we are likely to have. Because I think that whatever the dictates of the Constitution mandate whichever body will be appointing people to the IBC to appoint people with integrity and to appoint individuals who satisfy the requirements of Chapter 6 of the Constitution. In my view, my very good friend and one of my closest friends, Catherine Muma, brought this amendment, but in my view, this amendment will take away the balance and create weight in favor of politicians and therefore violate the very principles that the court set out in Okia Omtata. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator. Senator, are you opposing or supporting the amendment?
I think it is obvious.
Thank you.
That from what I have submitted in extenso, I oppose the amendment.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Veronica Duarte.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, I rise to oppose the amendment proposed by my colleague, Senator Catherine Muma, for the reason that when I look at the proposal that was brought from the National Assembly for the amendment of the IEBC Amendment Bill 2022, Mr. Speaker, it's my view that the proposal by the National Assembly presented a very balanced selection panel, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Public Service Commission is an independent commission established under the Constitution. By allowing PSC, Public Service Commission, to participate in the selection panel or to appoint somebody to represent their interest in the selection panel, we will be giving the selection panel an opportunity to tap into the professionalism and the expertise offered by an independent commission which is best positioned to speak into personnel matters and development of human resource. Mr. Speaker, I know my colleague, Professor Ojienda, has already spoken into the kind of a balance that has been achieved by the proposed selection panel. If you look at it, Mr. Speaker, we have the Parliamentary Service Commission, which is made up of elected members, partly elected members proposed into it. So it offers the political class an opportunity to propose members. Mr. Speaker, when you look at the Public Service Commission, it's the one entrusted by Kenyans under the Constitution to handle matters professionally on human resource. If you look at the Political Parties Liaison Committee, it gives the contending parties in the political sphere an opportunity to select members into the panel. Then the proposal to have one person from Law Society of Kenya gives Kenyans an opportunity to have a representative who is coming from a watchdog institution in Kenya, which covers both the public and the private. And then we have the one man and one woman nominated by Inter-Religious Council of Kenya. Should I call that the moderating panel, the sober panel that would look at both ends of the coin and give a balanced perspective? So, Mr. Speaker, I rise to oppose the proposal by Senator Kathy Muma, suggesting that we remove the Public Service Commission, and I support the proposal from the National Assembly as it is, the proposal for amendment from National Assembly as it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Eric Mogeni.
Mr. Chair, for the record, I find myself in the very unfamiliar territory where I have to differ with my colleague, Senior Counsel, Professor Jenda, who has gone on record as opposing this amendment. Mr. Chairman, I want to appeal to the majority side to rise to the occasion and be the upper house. This is a house of reason. Senator Cheruyot, Majority Leader, you have done very well in the past. I want us to reflect and read the spirit of Article 127 that creates Parliamentary Service Commission. It recognizes that PSC represents the government side and the minority side. If we create one position for PSC, we are going into legal problems. You are giving room for another Umtata to go to court and say that that amendment will be locking out one political side. Read Article 127, and I hope.
Point of order, or do you want to be informed?
The only person I can allow to inform me is my neighbor, Majority Leader.
Majority Leader.
I want to inform my good neighbor that, first of all, it was a committee that was proposing what you're talking about, was reducing the slots of PSC, that is Parliamentary Service Commission, a constitutional body of which you are a member, from 2 slots to 1. In the morning, I argued against it on the same basis that you are arguing. And the members of, the Chair of Justice and Legal Affairs has been convinced and has since, my other neighbor is distracting him. Allow me to have the full attention of my good friend, Senator Mogeni. The Chair of Justice and Legal Affairs has since agreed with you in that position, that PSC needs 2 slots, and therefore has withdrawn his amendment. The person now who is putting us in a very difficult situation, for those of us that love these constitutional commissions, is my good friend and sister, also a very dear neighbor of mine from Kisumu County, Senator Catherine Muma, who wants us to deny Public Service Commission, a constitutional body established by a constitution, a slot and give it to political parties liaison committee. And it is for that good reason that you see senior counsel, a man who believes in the rule of law. The good Senator, Professor Tom Ojenda, has said, in all fairness, he doesn't think that will be a fair proposal. I want to plead with you also, Senator Mogeni, because I know now you have good reason to agree with Senator Professor Ojenda, so that we can conclude on this matter and move ahead. That's what I wanted to inform you. Thank you.
Yes, I thank the Senator for Kericho, my good neighbor, for that information. I think that's of some comfort now. If PSC has 2 slots, then that's in compliance with Article 127 of the Constitution, and that should be okay. Now, the second point I wanted to make is this idea of bringing on board Public Service Commission. Distinguished senators, we all know that IEBC should, as far as possible, should reflect a body that is independent, non-partisan, non-leaning, that can enjoy the confidence of Kenyans. They are a referee in a political contest. Let's not package the panel with people whose allegiance is to the executive. Let's try and create a panel of people who are not tied to the executive of the day. So the proposal on the table, I understand, is to expand space for the political parties liaison committee, so that we do away with the Public Service Commission. You know, if you read the Constitution, if the wisdom of Kenyans was to allow public service, ask yourself, why was Public Service Commission excluded from picking commissioners of IEBC? It's because you read that chapter. It's called Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, Senator Galwale. Underline the word independent. There should not be any inkling of overreach from the executive on IEBC, because we all want to go to an electoral contest where the referee is non-aligned, is free, is able to conduct an election that Kenyans can term to be free and fair. We don't need to bring public service to picking commissioners of an independent office. And we don't want to open ourselves to litigation. The National Assembly can make mistakes, but we as an upper house, the Senate, should rise to the occasion. I urge you to agree with the amendments proposed by Senator Catherine Muma, and I support. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Karungo Thango.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I rise to oppose the amendment with the following reasons. Mr. Speaker, as per our Constitution, one of the mandates of the Public Service Commission is to promote good governance. Mr. Speaker, do we want to deny such a body that is mandated by the Constitution to promote good governance, not to take part in the democracy of our nation? Mr. Speaker, the Public Service Commission is the only mandated commission to establish offices and abolish them, appoint persons to hold or act in those offices, Mr. Speaker. Yet we do not want them to take part in formation of the selection panel that will select the IBC commissioners that will for sure represent the democracy of this nation. Mr. Speaker, Article 234 of the Constitution gives that mandate to the Public Service Commission. The other reason so that we can compare, and the only reason why I'm opposing that amendment, the role of political parties liaison committee. Mr. Chair, listen to this one. They are supposed to provide a platform for dialogue between registrar of political parties, electoral commission, and political parties. Provide a platform. They are the arbitrators. So do we want to give the arbitrators an opportunity to appoint people in a commission that themselves will be mandated to arbitrate upon? You cannot send somebody to be a spy in wherever you're supposed to be arbitrating. So one person is enough. Giving them two people will be too much. And actually, whoever brought these political parties liaison committee did not do enough research. But since it is there, we're going to do away with it for now. So, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, I urge the side of the minority, as we have been urged by Senator Omogeni, let's rise to the occasion. Give the only office that is mandated to establish offices to give us a select panel. If you remember very well, Mr. Speaker, the only commission or the only department that outlives politicians is public service. We go and come, all right? But when it comes to public service, they have been there since. So, Mr. Speaker, who would want a country that has good governance other than the Public Service Commission? So, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, as I oppose that, I urge the Senate to stand with the amendment as they were moved by the leader of majority, and we do away with this one because the country is waiting. We would want the president to select these commissioners, to select this panel, so that we can have the commissioners. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, I know I mentioned something and Senator Muma says, there you go. What I mean is, after we pass this, the president has 7 days, Mr. Speaker, to approve this one so that the panel can sit down and start nominating the commissioners, Mr. Speaker. So I oppose the amendment brought forward by Senator Momo.
Thank you, Senator. Honorable Senators, there's a lot of interest in this debate, and we seem to be taking a lot of time. I would like to guide the House that the remaining members who want to speak should spend a minimum of 2 minutes, please. Maximum of 2 minutes. The next senator is? David Wakoli Wafula.
Asante sana mwenyekiti kwa nafasi hii ambayo umenitunuku, na kuwa kwamba ni nafasi yangu ya kwanza kutaja ama kuchangia pakubwa kuhusiana na swala la IBC na mchakato mzima wa kikosi cha kuchagua watu hawa. Ningependa kusema kwamba tume ya serikali ambayo husishwa pakubwa kwa kuandika watu kazi ni lazima ipewe nafasi yake kikatiba ili itupe sisi ama na Wakenya watu ambao wana tajriba, watu ambao ni wakakamavu, watu ambao historia yao inaeleweka na watu ambao wanaweza kuwajibika katika majukumu yao. Na iwapo bunge hili la Senate litaweza kuwapiga mgongo ama kuwakata miguu, itakuwa kwamba tunaambia Wakenya kwamba tume hiyo haina haki ya kufanya kazi kikatiba jinsi ilivyokuwa inafanya. Na mimi hapa napinga mabadiliko hayo nikisema kwamba jinsi ilivyotoka katika bunge la kitaifa, mswada huu uendelee jinsi ulivyo, ili tuhakikishe kwamba tunafiki malengo ya demokrasia na vile vile kuafiki malengo ya serikali, kuhakikisha kwamba kura zinapopigwa zinawajibika, zinaeleweka na matokeo vile vile yanawafurahisha Wakenya wote. Sasa kwa hayo napinga mabadiliko haya na tuende pamoja kama bunge la Senate. Asante sana.
Senator Osotsi, you want to stand on a point of order, but you have not indicated here, and there's nobody on the floor. So can we have Senator Beatrice Akinyi?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the chance to add my voice into the amendment bill before the House. Honorable Speaker, if going by the presentation about the Public Service Board, you'd think that we didn't need other members of the panel and that the PSC would be able to do all that the panel should do. But Honorable Speaker, two things stand out for me today. In the morning, I heard the majority whip say we are not here to pick commissioners. And this afternoon, I heard the majority leader say this is just a panel. But Honorable Speaker, we'll only get commissioners, so the process of recruitment begins from the selection panel. And Honorable Speaker, everything that ends well begins well. And that is why we are taking our time, Honorable Speaker, to add our voice to this process of the selection process, the selection panel. Because if the selection panel do not do a good job, then we'll not end up with the commissioners that we so desire. But Honorable Speaker, my concern today, at the end of it, I'm not sure whether to oppose or support, because in the sub-paragraph of the selection panel, I would have loved from the onset to see a component of one person nominated by an umbrella of women organization.
Senator, your time is up. Senator Osotsi, what is your point of order?
Mr. Speaker, I rise on standing order number 38 and 153. 38. Mr. Speaker, 38(1) reads, at any time during the proceedings, a senator may, for reasons stated, claim to move that the Senate do suspend its sitting in order to, five of it, suspension under this standing order shall not exceed
Senator Osotsi.
60 minutes.
Senator
Or
Osotsi,
such.
let me guide you. We're in a committee of the whole.
I'm coming to that. Mr. Speaker, I'm coming to that. That is standing order number 38. Mr. Speaker, if you go to standing order number 153, reporting progress, it reads, if any senator
before the conclusion of the proceedings on a bill in the committee of the whole House moves to report progress and such motion is carried, the chairperson shall leave the chair and the chairperson, or if the chairperson has taken the speaker's chair, the senator in charge of the bill shall report progress to the Senate and shall seek leave to sit again, and a day for the resumption of the proceeding shall be determined by the Senate Business Committee in consultation with the senator in charge of the bill. Mr. Speaker, clearly you see the direction that this matter is taking. We came here in the morning and the mood of the House was bipartisan.
Senator
But now
Osotsi.
this afternoon things seems to have changed.
Senator Osotsi.
Mr. Speaker, I think we need...
Senator Osotsi. Senator, order please. Senators, order. Senator Osotsi, please approach the chair. Please approach the chair. Thank you. No, there's no reply. Thank you. Senators, honorable senators, we shall proceed with the debates. The remaining senators will have a minute to contribute, and there are about only 3. We have Senator Jonas Mwaruma, Mudhama Agnes Kavindu, Mundinga Alexander Munyi, David Wakoli. No, it's just the 3, yes. Mundinga Alexander Munyi was, so Mundinga Alexander Munyi, continue.
Bwana Spika, mimi naunga mkono tupitishe vile ilivyo, kwa sababu hiyo karatasi hapo mbeleni ilikuwa imeenda parliament na ikapita. Kwa hivyo sasa hiyo manjina tupitishe vile ilivyo. Hiyo manjina tupitishe vile ilivyo. Na pia nataka kukosoa. Nataka kukosoa.
What is your point of order?
Senator Oburu Ondinga.
Mheshimiwa Mwenyekiti. Mheshimiwa Mwenyekiti, nafikiri ndugu yetu Seneta Mundigi, hatujafika wakati wa kupiga kura. Twajadili mapendekezo ya mabadiliko yaliyoombwa na Seneta Muma. Hatujafika wakati wa kupiga kura na hakuna majina yaliyopendekezwa. Asante Mheshimiwa Mwenyekiti.
Ya pili, nataka kukosoa Senator Oburu Odinga. Amesema ati ikipita vile ilivyo kutakuwa mara mingi na maandamano. Kutoka tupate uhuru kila miaka 5, miaka 3 tumezoea maandamano. Kwa hivyo hakuna wakati walio wachache watakumbali hata wakishindwa. Kwa hivyo tupitishe.
Senator Johnson Mwaruma.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, for giving me this opportunity to respectfully oppose this amendment by Senator Professor Muma on the strength that we do not know the caliber of the people who would come from the Parliamentary Service Commission and their qualifications. We do not know the qualifications of the people who would be appointed to this committee by the religious groups. We do not know the type of people and qualification of the people who would come from the political parties. But one thing that we know is that the most qualified person to do this exercise is the member from the Parliamentary Service Commission. In a game, there are what we call utility players. In the whole of this panel, most likely, the most qualified person will be coming from the Parliamentary Service Commission. We would require a marking scheme, would require a rubric to evaluate the commissioners to be. So the person who would do that work perfectly would be a member from the Parliamentary Service, Public Service Commission. Yes, I know Senator Muma wanted to cure the fact that we would have one nominee from Parliamentary Service Commission. But because the amendment has been removed by the chair of JLAC, then would be comfortable to have 2 members from the Parliamentary Service Commission, 1 from the minority, 1 from the majority. So I'm comfortable with the initial bill as it were. Thank you, Chair.
Minority Leader.
Asante Bwana Spika. Bwana Spika, kitu cha kwanza nataka kusema ya kwamba naunga mkono yale mageuzi ya Senator Muma. Kitu cha kwanza ni kwamba jambo la kusikitisha sana ni kwamba sisi wote ni binadamu. Na asubuhi tumekuja hapa na wakili mshupavu ameweza kusimama na akaleta yale pendekezo lake la mageuzi, na hatukuwa na shida hiyo. Lakini tunaona sasa amekuja mchana amegeuza mwelekeo. Tumerudi pale chini tena, tunaanza kwenda katika ile barabara ambao ni panda mbili. Nikisema hivyo ni kwa sababu sisi hatuwezi kuwa conveyor belt ya National Assembly. Kwa sababu ikiwa wao hawawezi kufanya kazi yao sawa, sisi tutafanya kazi yetu sawa. Na kamati ya JLAC ni kamati ambayo hapa ndani ya hii bunge ya Senate inaheshimiwa sana. Ripoti yake ni muhimu. Na tunasema zile sheria ambazo tunapitisha hapa, kuna leo na kesho. Hii ni upanga unakata pande zote mbili. Unaweza pitisha sheria ambayo inakupendelea wewe, na kesho sheria hiyo hiyo ukajipata uko pande huu ikakukata wewe. Katika wale ambao tumekuwa pamoja hapa katika bunge lililokwisha na ile bunge lingine la Senate, kulikuwa na kiongozi hapa ambaye mimi nimevaa viatu vyake sasa, James Orengo. Alitamka akasema tuangalie vyema wakati tukiwa tunafanya mijadala na tunapitisha sheria. Tusije tukapitisha sheria zile ambazo kesho tutakimbia kwa ofisi yake tukitaka utetezi. Mimi naona jambo kama hilo linakuja hapa sasa. Wakili senator wetu yeye kama mwenyekiti wa sheria ameweza kuja na akaeleza vizuri sana na tukamwelewa vizuri sana. Lakini kugeuka kwake sasa imekuwa kama kinyonga. Tunageuka rangi, tunakuwa kitu kingine. Na situmaini kama hii ni sawa. I think lazima tuwe na tujiweke katika njia ambayo tutaonekana kwa wananchi wa nje sisi tunafanya nini hapa ndani ya bunge la Senate. Tusionekane kwamba sisi ni mikanda tu ya kubeba mizigo ya kutoka bunge la kitaifa. Kwa hiyo ndugu zangu, mimi nasema naunga mkono kwa sababu hakuna sababu muafaka ama sababu maalumu ambayo nimepeanwa ama tumepeanwa sisi kwa upande huu mwingine wa kusema ya kwamba vile ametoa ile na ameregea kule hakuweza kueleza ni kwa sababu gani kinaga ubaga amekubaliana na wale wa bunge la kitaifa na akapinga hii yake ambayo ameileta katika mageuzi. Hapo hakuweza kujieleza katika njia ambayo naweza kuwa nimemuelewa. Kwa hiyo Bwana Spika, mwisho nataka kusema kwamba shirika la umma ambalo ni Public Service Commission ni shirika ambalo viongozi wao ama wale wanatenda kazi pale wanachaguliwa na Mheshimiwa Rais. Mheshimiwa Rais tunamheshimu, tunajua kwamba yeye yuko pale na ni sawa. Lakini tunasema ya kwamba katika wale namaliza. Keti basi, keti chini. Tuliza boli, keti chini. Katika wale ambao wanafanya kazi pale ni rahisi kwa sababu ni wafanyikazi wa serikali ya kuweza give me a direction please. Give me a chance.
Senator Boni Khalwale, what is your point of order?
Mr. Chairman, just like it was demonstrated in the morning, we are in the process of building respect to both houses. Mr. Speaker, I therefore rise on standing order number 46 to demand that the senator for Kilifi withdraws his derogatory remark, because in number 46, Mr. Speaker, it provides that messages can move from one house to the other. It doesn't imply, Mr. Speaker, that the house that receives the message becomes a conveyor. For the respect of standing order number 46, we request the senator, who is our leader in the minority, to withdraw so that we maintain the cordial relationship between the two houses. Tomorrow, our message is going to that house, and we will be expecting that they support it.
Senator Boni Khalwale, no, he's not out of order, but just to guide you, alikuwa akiongea kwa Kiswahili na alisema tusiolekane kama watu wa kubeba mikanda ya kubeba mzigo, which in English. So wacha senator endelee.
La mwisho ambalo ningependa kuunga mkono ile pendekezo ya yale mageuzi ni kwamba jopo ama shirika hili la umma ni shirika ambalo linachaguliwa na rais. Na kitu ni kwamba atakuwa na uwezo nalo. Hatusemi kwamba yeye ni atatumia, hapana. Wala hatusemi kwamba anaweza kutumia vibaya, hapana. Tunasema tu yeye leo anaweza kuwa mzuri akaitumia ile sheria vizuri. Je, kesho tukipata mwingine? Kwa hiyo tunasema tukiwa hapa sisi kama wabunge tunasema tutengeze sheria ambayo italenga watoto wetu na wajukuu wetu na vitukuu vyetu. Wakifika hapa waseme wazee wetu waliokuwa hapa kina Boni Khalwale walitengeza sheria ambayo ilidumu maisha. Kwa hiyo mimi nasema ya kwamba mimi nataka tuseme ya kwamba sababu ya mimi kuunga mkono mapendekezo ya Seneta Uma ni kwamba yanaleta mwelekeo na yanaleta uelekezi wa jumba la Senate. Bwana Speaker, ingekuwa tabia ningekuwa nataka unitetee, kwa sababu ikiwa kiongozi wa walio wengi ndio atakuwa mstari wa mbele kufanya vile, pia mimi niko na ujuzi huo. Akiwa anaongea ujuzi huo niko nao na naweza kutumia nafasi hiyo na nikamfanyia fujo mpaka akashindwa kuingia.
Sawa, Senator,
Asante
nitakutetea.
Bwana Spika.
Nitakutetea, Senator. Senator Osotsi, what is your point of order?
Mr. Speaker, protect me from the majority leader. Mr. Speaker, I raise a point of order here, 38 and 153, and you asked me to approach the chair. So after consulting with the chair and majority leader and majority whip, Mr. Speaker, I wish to move that the honorable chairperson, pursuant to standing order number 153, I beg to move that the committee of the whole house do report progress on its consideration of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill 2023, National Assembly Bill number 49 of 2022, and seek leave to sit again today.
Okay. Senators, I put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report progress on its consideration of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill of 2022, National Assembly Bills number 49 of 2022, and seek leave to sit again today. As many as of that opinion say aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The nays have it. Honorable Senators, I think we have ventilated enough on this amendment bill. I therefore propose the question. Order, Senators. I propose the question that I put the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed by Senators Catherine Muma, division at the end.
The title and clause 1.
I propose the question that the title and clause 1 be part of the bill. I put the question that the title and clause 1 be part of the bill, division at the end. I put the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed, and I'll ask the Sergeant at Arms to ring the bell for 2 minutes, and we're in division. Can you, Sergeant at Arms, please close the door? Okay, senators, order please, senators, take your seats. Senators, please take your seats. So we have Senator Lelawa for the, as a teller for the nays, Lelenkwe for nays, and Senator Beatrice Ogola for the yes. Okay. I put the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed by Senator Catherine Muma. I would like to clarify, honorable senators, that the voting will be, if you vote yes, it means you're voting for the amendment to be included. If you vote no, it means you are voting against, you're opposing the amendment. So I hope that is very clear for all the senators. Let us proceed.
Senator Abbas Sheikh Mohammed, Wajir County. Senator Adan Duro Fatuma, Isiolo County.
Give me mic. I vote yes.
Senator Boy Isa Juma, Kwale County. Senator Cherarkei Samson, Nandi County. Senator Cheriot Aaron, Kericho County.
Chair, I vote no.
Senator Chesang Alan, Trans Nzoia County.
Chair, I vote no.
Senator Chute Mohammed, Marsabit County. Senator Ekomwa James Lomenen, Turkana County.
Chair, I vote no.
Senator Haji Abdul Mohammed, Garissa County.
Garissa County votes no.
Senator Kajwang Moses, Homa Bay County. Senator Kamau Joseph Githuku, Lamu County.
Stone. Chair, Lamu County votes no.
Senator Kathuri Murungi, Meru County.
Meru County votes no.
Senator Keroche Thabita Karanja, Nakuru County.
I vote no.
Senator Halwale Boni, Kakamega County.
Mr. Chairman, sir, Kakamega votes no.
Senator Kipkorir William Cheptumo, Baringo County.
Senator Vote, can you unmute your mic? Senator, we cannot hear you.
Mr. Speaker, I vote no.
Senator Kisang William Kipkemoi, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
Elgeyo Marakwet County votes no.
Senator Lelewe Steve Tumbesi, Samburu County.
Chair, I vote no.
He has a point of order. You can't.
Senator Manso Daniel, Makueni County.
Makueni votes yes.
Senator Masayo Stewart, Kilifi County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mandago Jackson, Uasin Gishu County.
Uasin Gishu votes no.
Senator Medhu John Muhia, Nyandarua County.
Mr. Chairman, sir, I vote no.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County.
Chair, Nyamira votes yes.
Senator Mundigi Alexander Munyi, Embu County.
Embu County vote no. No.
Senator Mungatana Danson, Tana River County.
Tana River County votes no.
What is your point of order, Minority Leader?
Mr. Speaker, asubuhi tulipokuwa katika session yetu ya bunge, Wambua, Senator Wambua, Senator Mheshimiwa wa Kitui alikuwa amevaa visivyo na taratibu zetu za bunge la Senate. Na speaker mwenyewe alipokuwa hapa amechukua wadhifa huo kumwambia ni kwa nini hawezi hata kumruhusu kuongea. Licha kupiga kura. Kura ni muhimu zaidi kuliko kuongea. Sasa hakumruhusu hata kuongea. Kwa hiyo bwana speaker, nataka kusema ya kwamba hatuwezi kutunga sheria mbili. Ya moja kwa Wambua ambaye alikuwa hakuvaa kisawasawa na taratibu za bunge la Senate, na sheria nyingine ni ya wakili ambaye anaelewa taratibu za uvaaji wa nguo ndani ya bunge la Senate. Tafadhali, asante.
Senator Minority Leader, nafikiri tulimuona vizuri Senator Cheptumwa, na alikuwa amevaa koti ambaye haina kola, lakini amefunga button ya juu, na hiyo tunaona watu wakivaa. No. What is your point of order, Sifuna?
Mwenyekiti, ni jambo la kustaajabisha sana kwamba itakuwaje, Mheshimiwa Chairman ama mwenyekiti, itakuwaje kwamba sijui mimi kama seneta nisemeje wakati ambapo mwenyekiti anasema uongo wa wazi, kwa sababu sisi wote tuna macho mwenyekiti. Hata tunaweza kuomba kwamba wale ambao wanasimamia teknolojia ndani ya bunge hili la Seneti warudishe picha ama warejeshe picha ambazo tumeziona kutoka kwenye bedroom ya yule seneta. Hajavalia kola yoyote. Lazima sheria hizi ziwe sawa kwa kila mtu, na tusiambiwe uongo wa kweli, uongo wa wazi.
What is your point of order, Majority
Ndio
Leader?
nilisema sijaelewa vile ya ku...
Kabla turejelee mjadala huu, ni lazima kwanza seneta wa Nairobi akanushe matamshi yale amesema kuhusu wewe kama kiongozi wa nyumba hili, na kuomba msamaha na kuyaondoa katika nukuu ya maneno ambayo yanaendelea katika bunge hili, kwa sababu kama seneta hawezi kumwambia seneta mwenzake kwamba amedanganya. Je, speaker mwenyewe ama mwenyekiti wenye kikao kama wewe, itawezekanaje seneta akwambie kwamba unadanganya? Mimi nataka kuomba kwanza aombe radhi kwako, aombe radhi na ayakanushe matamshi hayo, ili sasa tuweze kurejelea mjadala. Lakini tukirejelea mjadala, bwana speaker, wewe tayari ushatoa mwelekeo wa jambo hili. Hawa ndugu zetu, kumbuka kwamba seneta Osotsi mara ya kwanza alileta motion ya kutupilia mbali session hii hadi kesho. Kile wanachofanya ni kupoteza muda ili itimie saa 12:30 tuende nyumbani. Tafadhali wacha kuwaruhusu hao kupoteza muda. Wakati mwenyekiti ameshapeana maelekezo, hakuna cha kubishana tena na kujadili.
Asante Senator. Senator Sifuna. ningeomba uombe msamaha kwa ajili hata mimi nikitoa maoni hapa si maoni yangu. Unaona iko watu wawili kando yangu ambaye wananisaidia kwa maamuzi ambaye natoa kwa nyumba hii. Si maamuzi yangu binafsi. Na kwa hivyo tafadhali omba msamaha.
Mheshimiwa Mwenyekiti, wewe unavyonijua mimi ni mtu wa heshima sana kwa wale wote ambao wanakalia kiti hicho. Lakini haiwezekani kwamba kwa mfano Senator sasa Methu aseme kwamba anaona pembe juu ya kichwa cha Sifuna na isemekane kwamba hatuwezi kuzungumzia swala hilo. Na kama ulinisikia vizuri, nilianza kwa kusema sijui nifanyeje mimi kama seneta wakati ambapo wewe ukiwa kwenye kile kiti unatoa hoja ambayo kwangu mimi naona kwamba ni uongo wa wazi, kwa sababu na mimi nina macho. Nilikuwa nimechanganyikiwa hapo mwenyekiti. Nifanyeje mimi kama seneta?
Senator, mtu akwambia jambo ambayo unaona ni uongo, unamuita muongo. Kwa hivyo umeniita muongo kwa maoni yangu. Lakini nilivyokueleza si maoni yangu. Ni maoni ambaye nikiwa katika hii kiti nina usaidizi ya wafanyikazi wa Senate. Kwa hivyo naomba uombe msamaha.
Sawa Mheshimiwa Mwenyekiti, basi wale waliokaa kando yako ni waongo. Na nataka niseme naomba radhi kwako kama mwenyekiti, lakini wale wanaokuelekeza ambao wamekaa kando yako wanakupotosha kama mwenyekiti.
What's your point of order, Majority Leader?
Unajua, Mr. Speaker, like I've told you, please don't fall a victim to this move. I want you to be firm and decisive. Senator Sifuna is grossly out of order. You cannot refer to the chair as having lied. We don't have a problem with you agreeing or disagreeing with him. That you can do. But the problem is your language. You can choose to tell the chairperson that I do not agree with your interpretation. But you cannot call the chair of a session a liar. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, after you have... No.
It's a point of order.
It's a point of order. It's a point of order.
A point of order.
Relax, Mazayo. See, you'll have your chance. You have the chance. Anyway,
So,
Mr. Speaker, you know, Mr. Speaker, I've been in this house long enough to know when people don't want a matter to progress to its logical conclusion. What those who are in the minority are now doing, and those who don't agree with those who are rejecting actually this motion, Mr. Speaker, is just to derail the process. What is so difficult in just voting, concluding the matter, because you made a resolution, and we move on. If the amendment carries the day, we will agree and support it. If it doesn't, that's the end of the matter, Mr. Chair.
Minority Leader, what's your point of order?
Mwenyekiti, nafikiria Suluhu vile ameomba radhi. Ameomba kwamba umsamehe. Manake radhi kwetu ni kusamehe. Lakini wewe ndio ulikuwa umemwambia, si hawa wawili wako na wewe. Kwa hiyo kama ni yeye amekushakwambia wewe ameomba radhi, nafikiria hiyo imetosha. Ingekuwa vyema tuendelee, Bwana Speaker.
Senator Sifuna, sisi ambao tuko hapa hatukusikia ukiomba radhi. Tulisikia ukiwaita hawa clerk wawili waongo, makarani waongo. Tafadhali
Mheshimiwa,
omba msamaha na ufutilie mbali hiyo maneno.
Mheshimiwa Mwenyekiti, kwa sababu nina haki zangu kama seneta, ninaomba kwamba picha hizo zirejelewe, na iwapo kile ambacho umesema kwamba wewe umekiona kitaonekana kiwazi, nitaomba msamaha tena kwa maradufu. Kwa lugha zote, hata ikiwa ni lugha ambayo anaizungumza yule kiranja walio wengi, nitaomba msamaha. Warejelee picha za yule seneta akiwa kwenye bedroom yake.
Wacha tumalize. Senator Kinyua, what's your point of order?
Bwana Speaker, lile linalotusumbua si vile ambavyo picha ilivyokuwa, ni lugha aliyotumia Senator wa Nairobi kuita mwenyekiti anayeongoza bunge hili ati ni muongo. Haikubaliki, hatutakubali mambo ya picha. Tutakubali kwanza Senator wa Nairobi aombe msamaha kwa sababu kutumia lugha isiyokubalika katika bunge hili. alafu baadaye zile picha zinaweza zikaletwa. Kile kinachonisumbua bwana mwenyekiti ni ya kwamba yule ambaye anasema ati picha zilikuwa nzuri ni kiongozi walio wengi na amevaa miwani, bwana Spika. Kwa hivyo anaweza kosa kuwa aliona vizuri. Kwa hivyo bwana Spika, Chair tafadhali, ni vizuri Senator.
Senators. Order. Sawa, wacha amalize.
Tunasema ya kwamba ni vizuri bwana mwenyekiti, kwa sababu itakuwa ni jambo la tunaonekana kama tutafanya mzaha ikiwa tutanukuu ukiitwa muongo, alafu baada ya wewe kusema vile anasema wale ambao wanaokuambia hapo ati wao ni waongo. Bwana Spika, hilo si jambo nzuri. Ni vizuri waombe msamaha ndio tuonekane sisi tunafuata sheria ambazo tumezitunga wenyewe.
Sawa. Senators, let us proceed. Can we proceed, please?
Senator Murango James Kamau, Kirinyaga County.
Kirinyaga, no.
Senator Muthama Agnes Kavindu, Machakos County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mwaruma Jones Masushe, Taita Taveta County.
Taita Taveta votes no.
Senator Mwenda Gataya Mofire, Tharaka Nithi County.
Tharaka Nithi votes strong no, the stronghold.
Senator Mwinyi Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
Ndugu mwenyekiti, napiga kura ya ndio.
Senator Nderitu John Kinywa, Laikipia County.
Chairman, the great people of Laikipia votes no.
Senator Nyutu Joe, Murang'a County. Senator Ojienda Tom, Kisumu County.
Chair, in defense of the Constitution, I will vote no.
Senator Oginga Oburu, Siaya County.
Mr. Chairman, on behalf of my people, I vote big yes.
Senator Okechi Edi Gisheru, Migori County. Senator Okoit Andrew Omutata, Busia County. Senator Olekina Ledama, Narok County. Senator Onyonka Richard, Kisii County. Senator Ososi Godfrey, Vihiga County.
Mr. Speaker, for electoral justice in this country, I vote a big yes.
Senator Recha Julius Murgol, West Pokot County.
West Pokot in a vote big no.
Senator Roba Ali Ibrahim, Mandera County.
I vote no.
Senator Seki Lenku, Kajiado County.
I vote no.
Senator Sifuna Edwin, Nairobi City County.
Kwa heshima zote mstahiki mwenyekiti, napiga kura ya ndio kwa haya mageuzi.
Senator Thangwa Paul Karungo, Kiambu County.
I vote no.
Senator Wafula David Wakoli, Bungoma County.
Mwenyekiti, kura yangu ni la hasha. La kabisa.
Senator Wakili Hiral Sigei, Bomet County.
Honorable Chair, I vote no.
Senator Wamatinga Wahome, Nyeri County.
Chair, the great majority of people vote no.
Senator Wahome, we have to see you on the screen. Can you switch on your camera?
He's on. He's on.
Senator Wahome Wamatinga, can you switch on your camera so that we can see you?
He's there. You can see him.
Senator Wamatinga,
Yes, yes, Chairman.
could you please switch on your camera so that we can see you?
Nani ule ako kona ule?
Okay, Senator Wamatinga, we're going to proceed and come back to you. We need to see you so that we can take your vote. So for now, we're going to disregard your vote. Proceed.
I'm here, it's working.
Can we see your dress code, Senator? Can we see your dress code?
My dress code. I am, sir. Can you see me?
Senator Wamatinga, do you have a tie?
Yes, yes, a white one.
Order, can we hear?
Yes, I have.
Order, senators. Senators, order, senators. Order, senator. Senator Wamatinga, do you have a tie? Because we can't tell you have a tie that looks like the shirt.
Come again?
Can we see your dress code again, and please confirm to us that you have a tie?
Yes, I have a tie, sir.
Can we see the tie? Can we see
Yes,
the
sir.
tie, Senator?
Yes, sir.
Senator, can we see your dress code again?
Yes, sir. yes, I have a tie. I have a suit and a tie.
Senator Wamatinga, I think at this point I will not allow your vote until we confirm that you're dressed appropriately.
I am dressed appropriately, sir.
Can we see?
Yes, you can't. I can see you, sir. Can't you see me? I can see you.
We're going to proceed without your vote, Senator. I'm sorry.
Senator Wambua Enoch Kio, Kitui County. Online. No, he's left. Ametoka. So do I repeat?
Okay, what is that? What is out of order, Majority Whip?
Five. We are in roll call voting, Mr. Chairman, and it stipulates clearly that a senator in 88.5, when called out, each shall thereupon rise in his or her place and declare assent or dissent to the question in the following manner: I vote yes, or I vote no, or I abstain, or use appropriate Kenyan Sign Language. Mr. Chairman, sir, 2 delegations, the delegation of Isiolo and the delegation of Machakos, they defied and contravened Standing Order 88.5. They attempted to vote when they are seated. So the chair must make a determination that those are 2 spoiled votes.
Senator Majority Whip, Senator Boni Kalwale, you should have brought that matter up at that time. So I think at this point I will have to overrule you on that matter. Thank you. Honorable Senators, the results on the division on Senator Catherine Mumo's amendment is as follows. Ayes, 9. Nays, 26. Abstentions, 0. The amendment has been rejected. I put the question that clause 2, the title, and the clause 1 be part of the bill. Can we have the tellers for yes and no? Honorable Senators, just to clarify that this vote, if you vote yes, you're voting for the bill as it is, and if you vote no, you're voting against the bill.
Senator Abbas Sheikh Mohammed, Wajir County. Senator Adan Dulo Fatuma, Isiolo County.
I vote no.
Senator Boy Isa Juma, Kwale County. Senator Cherarkei Samson, Nandi County. Senator Cheruiyot Aaron, Kericho County.
Kericho votes yes.
Senator Chesang Alan, Trans Nzoia County.
Trans Nzoia votes yes.
Senator Chute Mohammed, Marsabit County. Senator Ekomwa James Lomenen, Turkana County.
I vote yes.
Senator Haji Abdul Mohammed, Garissa County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kajwang Moses, Homa Bay County. Senator Kamau Joseph Githuko, Lamu County.
Lamu vote yes.
Senator Kathuri Murungi, Meru County.
I vote yes.
Senator Keroche Tabitha Karanja, Nakuru County.
Nakuru County vote yes.
Senator Halwale Boni, Kakamega County.
Kakamega votes yes.
Senator Kipkorir William Cheptumo, Baringo County.
Senator Cheptumbo, we cannot hear you. Can you unmute your mic?
Baringo votes yes.
Senator,
Yes, what's your point of order, Senator Sifuna?
You can see, Mr. Chairman, where we had our differences, because that gentleman clearly is not in a tie. He's not appropriately dressed. He should not be counted as being part of these proceedings, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Sorry? What did you say? I'm being, senators, in order, please. I'm being advised that I did make a ruling. But having looked at the senator again, I doubt that I made the right ruling. But since the ruling has already been made, and the procedure is that once a ruling has been made, we cannot debate on it again. So I guess we will. The chair apologizes. No, cannot. Senator Sifuna, as much as you request for an apology, the chair cannot apologize, unfortunately. So I guess we will proceed.
Senator Kisangi William Kipkemoi, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
Elgeyo Marakwet County votes yes.
Senator Lelewe Tumbesi, Samburu County.
Mr. Chair, I vote yes.
Senator Maanzo Daniel, Makueni County. Senator Masayo Stewart, Kilifi County.
I vote no.
Senator Mandago Jackson, Uasin Gishu County.
Uasin Gishu votes yes.
Senator Methu John, Nyandarua County.
Mr. Chairman, sir, I vote yes.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County.
Mr. Chair, I vote no.
Senator Mundigi Alexander Munyi, Embu County.
Embu County vote yes.
Senator Mungatana Danson, Tana River County.
I vote yes.
Senator Murango James Kamau, Kirinyaga County.
Kirinyaga votes yes.
Senator Mudhama Agnes Kavindu, Machakos County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mwaruma Jones Mwasushe, Taita Taveta County.
Mr. Speaker, Taita Taveta votes yes.
Senator Mwenda Kataya Mofaya, Tharaka Nithi County.
Tharaka Nithi votes yes, the stronghold.
Senator Mwinyihaji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
Mr. Chair, I vote no.
Senator Nderitu John Kinywa, Laikipia County.
Mr. Chairman, I vote yes.
Senator Nyutu Joe, Murang'a County. Senator Ojenda Tom, Kisumu County.
Chair, in the interest of having a commission, I will vote yes.
Senator Oginga Oburu, Siaya County.
Mr. Chairman, I vote big no.
Senator Okech Eddie Gisheru, Migori County. Senator Okoiti Andrew Omtata, Busia County. Senator Olekina Ledama, Narok County. Senator Onyonka Richard, Kisii County. Senator Ososi Godfrey, Vihiga County.
I vote big no.
Senator Recha Julius Murgol, West Pokot County.
West Pokot votes big yes.
Senator Robert Ali Ibrahim, Mandera County.
Mr. Chairman, I vote yes.
Senator Seki Lenku, Kajiado County.
I vote yes.
Senator Sifuna Edwin, Nairobi City County.
Chair, just as I've been vindicated this afternoon, I will be vindicated in future. I vote no.
Senator Thangwa Paul, Karungo, Kiambu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Wafula David Wakoli, Bungoma County.
Uzi la Bungoma la piga ndio.
Senator Wakili Hirari Sigei, Bomet County.
Mr. Chairman, I vote yes.
Senator Wamatinga Wahome, Nyeri County.
Chairman, the Nyeri County votes yes.
Order, we need to hear the vote. Senator Wamatinga, can we hear your vote again?
I vote yes.
Senator Wambua Enoch Kiyo, Kitui County.
Honorable Senators, the results of the vote on the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 49 of 2022 is as follows. The ayes, 28. The nays, 7. Abstentions, 0. The ayes have it. I call the mover.
I proceed. You are ready? Good. Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill 2022, National Assembly Bill number 49 of 2022, and its approval thereof without amendments.
Honorable Senators, I put the question. I put the question that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill 2022, National Assembly Bills number 49, 2022, and its approval thereof without amendments. As many as of that opinion say aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Sergeant at Arms, you can open the doors now.
Okay, have your seats, honorable senators. I now call upon the chairperson to report progress.
Can I have the mic?
Yes, Chair.
Mr. Speaker, sir, Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Amendment Bills 2022, National Assembly Bills number 49 of 2022, and its approval thereof without amendments.
Very well, thank you, Chair. The move of the bill.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee of the said report, and I request Senator Medhu, son of Penina, to second.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I second.
I now propose that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As many as of the similar opinion say aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. Let me repeat again. Let me. I think the members, honorable senators, I think as listen, I'm saying I think the members were not attentive on what the motion was to be. Honorable senators, Senator Sifuna, I want to put the question again. I put the question, as many as of the similar opinion say aye. As those of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Mover. On the members. I'm calling the mover, Honorable Majority Leader, kindly.
Sifuna didn't vote. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill 2022, National Assembly Bill number 49 of 2022 be now read a third time. I request Senator for Nakuru, Senator Tabitha Karanja to second.
Honorable Speaker, I second the motion. I second the bill.
Yes, I propose the question that the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill 2022, National Assembly Bills number 49 of 2022 be now read at that time. I put the question that the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill 2022, National Bills number 49 of 2022 be now read at that time. Yeah, I call for a division, and Sergeant at Arms can ring the bell for 2 minutes. Okay, Sergeant Adams, do the necessary. Close the doors and undo the bar. Yeah, okay, clerk, let's start the voting again. Proceed. Let me have the other teller for the nays. Senator Beatrice. Okay.
Senator Abbas Sheikh Mohammed, Wajir County. Senator Adan Duro Fatuma, Isiolo County.
I vote no.
Senator Boy Isa Juma, Kwale County. Senator Cherarke Samson, Nandi County. Senator Cheruiyot Aaron, Kericho County.
I vote yes.
Senator Chesang Alan, Trans Nzoia County.
I vote yes.
Senator Chute Mohammed, Marsabit County. Senator Ekomwa James Romenen, Turkana County.
I vote yes.
Senator Haji Abdul Mohammed, Garissa County.
Oh, sorry. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kajwang Moses, Homa Bay County. Senator Kamau Joseph Githuku, Lamu County.
Honorable Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Kathuri Murungi, Meru County.
Meru County votes yes.
Senator Keroche Tabitha Karanja, Nakuru County.
Nakuru County votes yes.
Senator Halwale Boni, Kakamega County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, Kakamega votes yes.
Senator Kipkorir William Cheptumo, Baringo County.
Baringo votes yes.
Senator Kisang William Kipkemoi, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
Elgeyo Marakwet County votes yes.
Senator Lelewe Tumbesi, Samburu County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Manzo Daniel, Makueni County. Senator Mazayo Stewart, Kilifi County. Senator Mandago Jackson, Uasin Gishu County.
Uasin Gishu votes yes.
Senator Methu John, Nyandarua County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I vote yes.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County. Senator Mundigi Alexander Munyi, Embu County.
Embu County, number 14, vote yes.
Senator Mungatana Danson, Tana River County.
Mr. Speaker, Tana River votes yes.
Senator Murango James Kamau, Kirinyaga County.
Kirinyaga votes yes.
Senator Mudhama Agnes Kavindu, Machakos County.
Machakos votes yes.
Senator Mwaruma Jones Mwasushe, Taita Taveta County.
Taita Taveta votes yes.
Senator Mwenda Gataya Mofaya, Tarakaniti County.
He votes yes.
Senator Mwinyihaji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
Speaker, napiga no.
Senator Nderitu John Kinywa, Laikipia County.
I vote yes.
Senator Nyutu Joe, Murang'a County. Senator Ojenda Tom, Kisumu County.
In the interest of progressive democracy, I vote yes.
Senator Oginga Oburu, Siaya County. Senator Okechi Eddy Gisheru, Migori County. Senator Okoiti Andrew Omtata, Busia County. Senator Olekina Ledama, Narok County. Senator Onyonka Richard, Kisii County. Senator Sosi Godfrey, Vihiga County. Senator Recha Julius Murgol, West Pokot County.
West Pokot votes yes.
Senator Robert Ali Ibrahim, Mandera County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Seki Lenku, Kajiado County.
Kajiado, vote yes.
Senator Sifuna Edwin, Nairobi City County. Senator Thangwa Paul Karungo, Kiambu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Wafula David Wakoli, Bungoma County.
Bungoma votes yes.
Senator Wakili Hirari Sigei, Bomet County.
Mr. Speaker, Bomet County votes yes.
Senator Wamatinga Wahome, Nyeri County.
Nyeri votes yes.
Senator Wambua Enoch Kiyo, Kitui County.
Yes, Sergeant at Arms, open the door. Honorable Senators, I want to declare the results for the division. We have 0 abstentions, nays 2, and ayes 28. So the ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Act and for connected purposes.
Honorable Senators, we are done with today's business. And thank you so much for your time and dedication to the duty of this republic. So, Honorable Senators, there being no other business on the under paper, the Senate stands adjourned until Tuesday, 14th February, 2023 at 2:30 p.m. Thank you.